What is going on, LEGO investors? So today we're going to talk about a new theme that's coming out that is going to go absolutely berserk. I think this theme is going to be one of the top 5 themes of all time. I think it honestly might have a potential to dethrone Star Wars for number 1 for a short period of time. I definitely think it's going to take number 2, the number 2 spot for probably the best-selling theme. And what does that mean? That means that there's going to be a huge potential for us to make some money. I mean, the demand for this theme is just absolutely berserk right now. It's something that I've never seen in my entire life before. I thought I saw this kind of demand when COVID happened, but this is just, it puts everything to shame. So when this theme comes out in LEGO form, it is really going to change the game. And as a result, we are going to get flooded, and I mean absolutely flooded, with new investors. And that's going to be very, very bad. So unfortunately, I think when people start investing in this new theme, it's going to overflow into other themes because they're going to realize, hey, I can make money investing in LEGO and these other themes. So the competition is going to go up. That is very bad, and I don't want to see these types of people enter the LEGO investing market, but you have to prepare yourself for what's going to come. It's going to get a lot harder to make money. It's already hard to make money, but I just want you to be aware of what's coming, and I'm going to give my thoughts and opinions on this theme. I definitely want to hear your thoughts and opinions. Please comment down below. It will definitely help the channel and help the community. And shout out to everyone that watches the video, likes it, comments. I definitely do appreciate you. You are truly awesome. We are building a great community, and we're getting the viewers back, so that's a wonderful thing. So let's dive into it. Today we're talking about Pokemon. Yes, Pokemon is coming to LEGO. I never thought this day would come because I thought the Mega Blocks or the Mega Constructs really had Pokemon locked down, but we're about to see some Pokemon sets. And it's really unknown what we're going to get. It's possible we could just get some video games in LEGO form, but I think we're truly going to get some sets, and we're talking about probably almost the number 1 IP theme of all time. You know, Disney held that, but I truly believe Pokemon is now there. And when you combine it with LEGO, I mean, it's just going to be off the charts. Things are going to get very, very bad. An insane amount of investors. We're talking the baseball card scalpers, the Pokemon scalpers. They're going to enter LEGO, and it's going to be very, very tough going forward. So in my previous videos, you know that I have invested in Pokemon and I do sell. I don't do scalping. I try to hold it for as long as possible. This year was probably, I want to say the last 2 years have been a little different because I invested in Pokemon about a year ago and they just hit an insane price to where I just absolutely had to sell. So give you a little backstory. When they came out with Pokemon 151, I went crazy buying anything and everything possible 151. I bought probably roughly 100 ETBs when no one was buying them because I just knew. I knew the nostalgia factor would be a winner later on, and I thought I would be selling these years down the line. I'm talking like 10 years, 15 years to when this actually hit a decent price. Sadly, and I guess a good thing, that I hit the price that I wanted to sell them at. So about a year investment, I ponied up like $5,000, and I pretty much sold all my 151, and I walked away with over $5,000. It was just an insane profit. I had to sell it. The demand was there. Do I wish I could have kept it? Yes, but we're talking $5,000. $5,000 is an insane kind of profit for a one year investment. So I just had to do it, and really the time right now with Pokemon is just absolutely insane. I've never seen this kind of demand, and right now it's only going to get worse. So when Pokemon hits LEGO form, you're going to see these probably sold out immediately. You're going to have scalpers clearing out the shelves, and it's going to overflow into other themes because they're going to realize like, hey, I'll just charge it to my credit card, sell it later, and hopefully it doesn't get bad, but sadly, it's gonna. There's no doubt in my mind. So I want to know if any of you have invested in Pokemon, how you feel about it. I dipped my toes in during COVID. I bought some Shining Fates. I pretty much opened those. I got a lot of Celebration. I did sell some of those. I opened a bunch of them, but 151 is a very unique Pokemon theme, and it's only going to get worse, especially when Team Rocket comes out. There's insane profits to be made, but the issue, if you're not familiar with Pokemon investing, scalpers and kind of corruption is happening every single day. You're noticing that the stockers are getting paid by the scalpers, so immediately when they fill the shelf, the people can just clear them out right away. I've witnessed it numerous times. I know of the kind of rings that happen in my area. There's Discord groups that talk about it. It's talked about on Facebook. So there's a lot of corruption right now with Pokemon. And I'm curious to know how it's going to affect the Lego market. So just a little backstory or info about this. Right now, Mega, which is owned by Mattel, currently owns or has the rights to Pokemon. And it looks like Pokemon wanted to get in with Lego because, Lego and Pokemon are just like the top brands in the world right now. So it's understandable. And I really didn't like that Pokemon went with Mega. I always thought they should have been with Lego because just the demand would be there. And they have a ton of sets. And I think a lot of these have not done well. They've sold below retail. You would think that these would really do very, very well. But honestly, I believe, so let's say hypothetically that this Charizard right here is selling for $50 in the Mega Block or the Mega Construct form. When it retires, let's say hypothetically, it sells for $30. I think if you had this same exact set in Lego form, this would probably sell for like $90. I think there would be an immediate $40 profit. I think the demand is just going to be off the charts, but I do think with Pokemon that they're probably going to do a 2-year, maybe even a 4-year window for retirement. So it's going to be hard to gauge, especially at the beginning. But I think this is a huge opportunity for us to make a ton of money. It's going to be hard to gauge. We're going to do a ton of videos on it when they come out. And we're going to follow this like crazy because I want to make some money. I want all of you to make some money. And I definitely want to hear your thoughts and opinions on how well you think the Pokemon would do in Lego form. Or do you think it's going to be a bust? Because overall, the Mega Construct sets are busts. So let's take a look at how this set's doing on eBay. This is $31.99, $30.49, $7.99 opened, $17.95 brand new. So it's doing really, really bad. I definitely think they're pretty decent designs, but they just don't have the Lego brand behind it. You're looking at people that just buy sets because they're Lego compared to Mega. And I think having Pokemon in Lego form is just really going to do very, very well. And let's take a look at some other sets just so you can kind of gauge what we're dealing with here. Like you've got the Motion Pikachu. This is $42.99. If I remember correctly, it was $89 retail. The Jumbo Pokeball, I think, what was that like? I think it's like $30. So you're looking at $15.99. The Gyarados, this is an expensive one. Gyarados is an awesome Pokemon. This one's got a value right now of $89.99. Not much lower than the retail price, which we're going to do breakdowns and find out like really how these sets have done in the future to do some comparison. But it looks like the cheaper sets do very, very bad. The much larger ones kind of hold their weight. So to shed some light onto Pokemon, and I'm going to make some more videos like this. I know this isn't the best video. I'm just doing a quick analysis on this and I want to hear your thoughts. But this Costco Pokemon set, this 5-pack tin, I bought some of these and I opened all of mine. I think I paid, $37.99? And it's got a value of $85. These 151 booster bundles, I bought a ton of these. I opened up a ton of 151 just because of the nostalgia factor. I couldn't open them as a kid, so of course I'm going to try and do what I want to do as a kid and open up Pokemon. So I went crazy opening these, and I think the retail price is $25.99 for these booster bundles. People are selling them for $60. And then you've got the Pokemon 151 Elite Trainer box. So how I made my fortune, and when I purchased these, I want to say it was a little over a year ago. No one was buying these, but I just knew. I just knew hands down the nostalgia would be a big factor in this. And I think I paid $47 for mine at Macy's, and I just ordered an absolute ton, like 100. And I've been selling, I sold mine for 170, 180. They just flew off the shelf. I wish I would have bought more. If I would have had money, I would have bought more because I've never moved a product this fast in my entire life. And I definitely think when this happens with Lego, it's going to be a game changer. And there's going to be mass amounts of hoarding, which it might take us 2 to 3 years, possibly even maybe 4 years, just to understand when things level out how things really are. Because the demand's got to kind of calm down. You're gonna deal with the current investors hoarding inventory, and then you're gonna have the influx of scalpers hoarding inventory and trying to sell, so you're competing with them. Although I do think there is a ton of potential for us to make money, there is a huge potential and a great chance that Lego is going to make so much of these sets that there's no money to be made. I think there's probably over 60% chance that that's going to happen, that it's just going to be so mass produced and it's going to be out for so long that we won't be able to make money. Like I said, it could take time for us to kind of see how this theme really does after some years, but it's going to be wild, and I'm probably going to take some chances with this theme. So I'll leave it at that. I definitely want to hear your thoughts and opinions on this. I'm definitely going to make a few more type of videos like this. So comment down below because I want to hear it. Are you going to invest in Pokemon Lego, or is this something that you're going to avoid? So I hope you have a great day and a great night, but as always, please do your own research, have some fun, make some money.
Video is not financial advice. Any statements made are my views and is for entertainment purposes only and should not be taken as financial advice. Do your own research before making any financial investments.